Hello everyone, this is East Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. As you can see, we barely scraped our way to tier 38 plus. Fortunately, it worked out, but definitely about what we expected this season. So at this point, we're just completely lazy with building our Chaos Season defense, so we're just using the same thing over and over. I think at some point we are gonna kick out Bride Lilina just because she doesn't have party bearing, so the AoE doesn't really make sense, and of course people are going to bring bar save and whatnot. So the AoE is not going to help us out anyways, unless they plop their save unit adjacent to the designated base unit, which generally shouldn't happen. But unfortunately for them, we have enough power to barely take out Asker through Flame's damage reduction support as well, which is absolutely insane. Very lucky there, but what can you do when you don't do your daily damage well? And well, overall on offense, this season we were using Fiorm as our carry, and then we had Caden support with our legendary Azura and air support, shenanigans. The extra res for the healing especially, definitely super useful. And of course air can hit pretty hard as well. And other than that, of course, it's the usual, just the casual shenanigans of whatchamacallit. I'm forgetting. Alright, the casual shenanigans of legendary Nana is capable of obliterating tons of meta threats on Chaos Season defense that we wouldn't otherwise be able to handle, like the Mortis, especially on bonus. Oh boy. But we did end up getting completely rolled in one match, which is why it was so close this season. Had to restart the game because the game wouldn't stop trying to load. It was free play, not entirely sure why, but what you gonna do? I don't even remember what it was in that matchup where we lost, but I think it just came down to we had no healer options. That's usually what it boils down to. And then we just have to do some whack strats, and then it just doesn't work out. I'm sure it was probably an AI or mobility thing that we missed. What are you gonna do about it? Unfortunately for our opponent here, we get some classic memes with AoEs. And realistically speaking, if we had, for example, growing AoEs, then with a ton of damage included, then maybe, just maybe, we'd be able to cheese our way to victory in some of these matchups, but yeah. Unfortunately for our opponent here, we have the obvious Hex Trap in place, and so with their units chipped down way too low because of AoE, that's just a rip for them. Fiorm at least doing decently this season. The thing with Fiorm though is you're running Null Follow-Up and Null C Disrupt on her. Null C Disrupt didn't come into play this season, but 99 times out of 100, when we're in a matchup where someone's running Wind Sweep, they're proccing it on Fiorm, so we absolutely, most of the time we want to have her be able to counter to potentially get the kill back, but yeah, not the greatest. What you gonna do? Here our opponent is just taking their time. They don't really need to rush things as long as they know how the AI is gonna move. They don't really have to worry about things. And now that we no longer have no longer have Scented Fiorm, they can just go ham on things, and they're using their Leo super well to keep our range, just all of our units together, but just solid play, nothing mind-blowing here. And should be an easy finish. Not entirely sure what they're doing here, but sure. I guess wrong assist goals is the problem. So, yep. But at this point, Chaos Season, I don't even know what we want to do for consistent teams. But of course, we just have cycling teams right now based off of the version bonus. So, for example, if it's version 1 bonus, we're using Nino. If it's version 2, we're probably using Fion, and so on like that. And so it's fine for the most part, of course. That just means you have some horrible matchups. But what are you gonna do about that one? Here we got another AoE meme. Nothing too major here. Double Harsh Command Plus. Harsh Command Plus, not gonna lie, actually doing some funny things in general. Of course, it doesn't always like it to. Is especially if they are pinning down Legendary Loam, there's gonna be a problem. That's why we have ground orders on Legendary Azura to try and help out with that, but of course, our general setup is something. Speaking of memes, we got the trailer for Legendary Male Robin, and of course, for some reason, they have to be all Green Mage Infantry, as if Earth Season didn't need more infantry mages. Oh, we got some more. Nothing against the infantry mages, but I feel like you should probably at some point have slightly different weapon and movement classes in the season, but it's whatever. I guess their whole goal is to power creep stuff, I suppose. But well played with the Kanto there, allowing them to just drop the obviously real hex trap without any consequences there, and at this point they have all the mobility they need to go around and send a few on. It's not like she's going to be able to do anything here. At best, maybe she can one-shot Yuri on the counter if he doesn't one-shot her. That's about it. They're kind of really flinging themselves around, but works out. Very solid, and let's see if they can pick up the kill here. Probably not. They're just going to go with 4. Oh, seeing Emblem here reminds me, we did see a few Emblems this week, but honestly, just without the right support, also known as Giga HP inflated units, he doesn't seem as scary. Then again, it's just a matter of the fact that enemy units can't stack stats as hard as you can on offense, especially in Chaos Season. So, even for example in our last match, Given is definitely unfair because we just waited for turn 3 Bolt Tower to chip down all of their relevant units, but I just had the arm get feuded, but not really care because of course she's taken the 0x2 from the Reinhardt, and Emblem came to attack, she did like 5 damage or something, because she was at 1 HP or something, so obviously her weapon doesn't proc, kind of a problem there. But if she did have her weapon proc, pretty sure Bjorn would have had a bad time. I don't think she would have died, but I didn't run the calc. Probably should have. Well played there. Picked up the kill on Legendary Sigurd, and again, Sended Bjorn's not going to be doing anything anytime soon. At least she can still counterattack. Not that it matters, because she's going to get one shot by Legendary now. Actually, wait. Is it only against ranged units? Probably it's only against ranged units. 10 out of 10. Let's check real quick. Does it only work against... Yeah. Okay, that makes her even worse. 10 out of 10. Did not remember that. Interesting team here. You just have a bunch of somewhat recent units that are very meta, and then you have, of course, the anti-AoE man. I wonder how this is gonna go. Can't possibly imagine. Yeah, of course this is not gonna end well. Not a surprise there. But we got our classic memes of legendary Sigurd getting danced. So, in the end, we still pick up a kill, and that's nice for us. That's about it. And so, well, at least legendary Sigurd gets to survive one attack. That's cool. That's about it. Legendaries are gonna get nuked now. Doing the class of 0 times 2 when legendary knowledge is overextended, and of course, legendary Lilna is out to break all the breakable walls, so of course nothing good's gonna happen. Now here they're just going to take advantage of the fact that legendary Lilna is only 1 HP, and they got Fire Save and Mortis, and they had Extended Heal and Flip and Turn. I actually have no understanding of how Nightmare works anymore, because every time I'm on offense, I'm always prepping that, again, the closest units within 4 space are going to have their turn end, and then I go literally attack into him with a unit literally adjacent to that attacking unit, and we don't kill him, and we don't lose our action. Now, I guess it would make some sort of sense if we take him out, then it doesn't proc, but I don't know, it's just very jank. And the thing is, I don't have them, so I can't actually test them. I guess I could probably try it just looking at my friend's defenses. Eventually, surely someone's gonna have him on defense, right? Especially since he's an Anima Mythic. Chances are people are gonna run him, especially when he's bonus, so it wouldn't make total sense there. And again, they have battle here, so it's, you know, same dealio. The only thing I have to worry about is legendary Sigurd getting danced. That's pretty much it. Maybe legendary Nana getting danced, but I doubt it. Interesting choice here, but what are they gonna do? They're just going to easily wall. Except that was a bit of damage. Okay. Hardy bearing moment, I forgot. Oops. It would be a shame if your damage reduction effects wouldn't proc because Hardy bearing screwed up the order of the attack. Yeah, I just remember that now. That's a rip. But at this point, there's way too many effects in the game. I don't remember what every unit does anymore. I used to. But it's just like, I don't know all of legendary FM's effects anymore. I know he has Kanto, and he's got healing, I think he still has healing rate on full race 2. Here we go again with AoEs versus the world. And well, of course, Makai is going to wall there, but we get the classic dance, and Ninja can kill. No, because Crusaders were hello. So that's a rip for them. But they're probably just going to keep hitting end turn here. They got their healing tower to heal Makai back up. There's absolutely no way that Legendary Luna would be able to kill. Especially since she's red. But she did chip down Harmonized Zero. So that's a free kill for our Triangle Adept Legendary Zero, 10 out of 10. And well, it's all about the same. It's either people go for some end turn, or go for a hit and run, or they go for end turn. That seems about it. Of course, those strategies will carry you through 99% of your Chaos Season offense matches as long as you know what you're doing. And well, here at least we got some crit damage on Great Effect here, that's about it. Unfortunately, we just don't have enough attack here to pick up the one shot. What can you do? Not sure who I want to replace Red Luna with. We do have options available, but none of them are particularly great, so I don't know. At this point, though, they can just use Summer Edelgard to steamroll, and it's not like we can do anything about it. And it's basically the end of the season at this point, so who needs Ether Structures? It was definitely close, though, because if we missed another Ether Structure on any of our double matches, we would not have been able to play our last match of the season. Or I should say the 8th double match of the season, because you're always going to have a last match of the season, as long as you play. Welcome to English. But ignoring that part, we had 60 lift leeway going into our last match of the season, so we were at 860, or was it 21,860? I forget what the actual score is for tier 38. 10 out of 10. Their Duo Nina's not able to take out our Sun HP Orm, but of course now that Bolt Tower is going down, of course that's gonna work, so... There you go. You can see we only even do 21 damage there. Even so, what can you do? Unfortunately here, we're not going to get a dance on Legendary Sigurd, so no kill for us. We have all the resources we need to steamroll. What you gonna do? And well, I mean, at the end of the day, even if we didn't get our last match of the season, and we got a complete loss on defense, we would have just been on the cutoff exactly, but not even close. We had a couple of units that took the season. I can't remember everything entirely, but lots of healing on this team, lots of damage output. And unfortunately for us here, Legendary Zura, just a bit shy. She just never has enough attack this year. Unfortunate. And with that, we had a decent season. Of course, didn't expect much from this defense. Ended up losing 160 lift, which again is not too bad. Again, we don't care about ranking. If people stop playing, we'll make top 3k. Don't care at all. Resonant battles, super straightforward. Of course, even though we have Harmonized Roy, it's tier or interval 20, so you need a little more than that to stay. Not the end of the world there. Legion's battles, also pretty straightforward. Easy top 1k like usual. And for Arena, we decided to go ham this season because I was like, why the heck not? All I had to do, forehead, was give Massmar 3 more merges from Divine Codes and then slap Sturdy Impact just because I needed a 240 SP or higher skill, and I figured I might as well give something that could be useful down the line. Because of course, you might think Sealed Falchion has overlapping effects with that, but it only procs if the foe's HP is greater than equal to 75%, which in this meta happens a lot more. It's more times than not, there will be scenarios where we'll be initiating into enemy units who are below 75% HP, so that's where Sturdy Impact helps out. Plus, it gives some much needed extra defense, but that's a side thing. So we just had to fish for a while. Of course, we have Legendary Sheeta at home, Kappa, which is spamming out Water Blessings and going ham on fishing, but it gets the job done. There's no way this doesn't stay. I'm pretty sure the cutoff is... It's either this or just barely below this, because of course with the new system, you can just max score the whole way through. So it's more likely that people have round scores like this, where their score ends in a 0, versus all the other scores. So Yeah. Next season, I don't think we're staying. I forget who's on bonus, but doesn't matter. We just did it for the fun of it. Anyways, we'll be back when the results drop in.